Good morning. Hello. Oh, the keyboard's off.
I always keep it off.
I know.
There you go.
Thank you.
Oh. Hi everyone. Welcome to is it Tuesday?
Mm-hmm.
Whew. I had an interesting evening. I took a nap. It wasn't even a super long nap. Oh yeah, I got a haircut too. I forgot. Got a haircut.
That was Sunday.
Yeah, I got another haircut on Sunday. I took a nap on yesterday, and it was probably from like. When did I take my nap?
I have no idea.
Like 2:30 to 4. I took like a 90-minute nap, and when I woke up, I was convinced that I was waking up
For breakfast stream. Mm-hmm.
Like,
But you had slept the whole night.
and I don't do that very often. Like, I'll take naps, but when I wake up from a nap, I'm like, well, you know, it's the same day. Like, I know it's the same day, even if I take a long nap. But this was one of those naps where, like, it was a Monday. This was one of those naps where I woke up and I woke up and I rolled over and Mal wasn't in bed, and I was like, oh, well, she's already up for breakfast stream, which has never happened ever. And my brain was like, why is she up? And I was like, oh no, maybe she's sick. Is she sick? And then like I laid there and I looked at the light coming in through the window, because it was like, 4 p.m. light, and I was like, I don't think that this lighting is right for, 8:30. So.
Need a snack? Why not try Tiny Eddie's misshapen milk sticks?
Those must have come off the quality control line, the rejects.
I like how Tiny Eddie's is not willing to take a loss on those products. They just repackage them. They get enough of misshapen milk sticks, and they're like, just call them misshapen milk sticks. Anyway, that's my story. I had a nap yesterday that was extremely convincing. Every once in a while, you get one of those. And I got an extremely convincing nap yesterday.
Thomas wants to know if you did your morning stretches.
No, I didn't do that. I didn't have time to do that. I didn't have time to make that happen. Soon. Maybe after this, do the morning stretches. That was 1,000 bits, by the way, from Tired Psychopomp. It says, I've been up since 3:30, so here's hoping something from Tiny Eddie can help. I mean, hopefully. Being up since 3:30 that's rough. That's rough. Even whenever I was waking up early, because I had like issues sleeping probably a few months ago, I wasn't waking up quite at 3:30. Sometimes at like 5 or 5:30. 3:30 real early. That's really early. Anyway, by the way, hi everybody. Hope your morning's going good. I did toast today. I was craving cinnamon toast. I think I had a dream about it, which is why I wanted to make it.
Enjoy the taste of Tiny Eddie's antique brownie pies.
There's been worse. Antique isn't, I think, the most appetizing sounding word to be included in snack cake recipe, but also there has been worse, so I'm like, if a grandmotherly figure introduced her brownie pies, which is also a little confusing. If she introduced her pie as an antique pie, I don't think I would tell her no. Unless it looked visibly dated. That was 1,000 from Shy. Tiny Eddie, what do we need to get breakfast ready? Well, you need to go back in time and make a brownie pie 70 years ago. Oh, I put a little too much butter on this.
I watched you melt the butter into a into a liquid.
Yeah.
Completely liquid. And then try and pour it on the bread.
Yeah.
Instead of like leaving it soft so you could spread it and have it thinner.
Yeah.
And I listened to the microwave go off and thought, that butter's definitely soft enough. And then you started it again.
I wanted it liquid. Yeah. But yeah, you're right. I probably could have just like done it a little bit.
Yeah, because it's soft enough to spread then.
Yeah.
Because you really only got the centers of the bread.
The centers are real buttery. It doesn't taste bad. It tastes fine. It's just... Could I have done it differently? Probably. Let me read some of these. We got a sub from XDF7. Welcome. We have got 5 months from Alien Whale. 24... Oh, hold on. 24 months from Tired Psychopomb 91. Congrats on the 2 years. 19 months from Rumblefish90. 17 months from Fror Wolf. 19 months from Samarolian. 20 months from Chill Days. 25 months from YOLP. 28 months from We Win. 100 bits from Kier Delia. 36 months. Another 3. From LHMS1704. Congrats on the 3. Actually, there's a vlog. I got 2 vlogs coming out today. At some point. 3-ish. And one of the things to talk about is folks hitting 3. So, it's really exciting. Also,
Dovey, I'm so glad.
I was about to say, continued good vibes.
So glad to see you.
Continued good vibes to Dovey, who has been in recovery from a very, 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 very major surgery. Good to see you here this morning. And I hope recovery continues to go well. Yeah. Look at all those good vibes. Look at those good vibes. Good. Good. Let's see. Oh, wow. There's about to be a lot of other people hit 36, too. I didn't realize there was so... It's been, you know... We're right at that time where... Folks that you know, started watching... as it happened. Folks that started, you know, watching Breakfast Stream as it happened are hitting 36, and it's just wild that it's been going on for 3 years.
Oh, this is nice and warm.
I think it's been the fastest 3 years of my life. The last year has been the fastest year of my life, no questions asked. I would really like a slow year. I thought this year was going to be a little slower.
Yeah.
I'd like next year to be slower, please. Just a little bit slower.
Just a little bit.
The fact that Extra Life is in like what, 6 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
Or something.
Mm-hmm.
7 weeks.
7.
I think 7. Come on now. It just happened. Renee would like a medium speed year.
That would be okay.
I'm willing to... Okay. I think I still want a long one to sneak in at some point, but I just want to be able to feel like I'm tasting the year a little bit. It feels like weeks are days. So how do you like your year cooked? Medium. It's true though. Like it just it all goes too fast. It's really, really fast. You know, the individual days often feel like flashes of light to me. It's just I want to be able to to look back on a year and feel like that was full of like things, and I haven't been able to say that in a bit. It's just still, it's still just so quick. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, Doodle said, you said weeks or days in 2019, and I felt that ever since. Yeah, it does feel like it's been like this for a bit.
Yeah.
Aside from like, what was it, either March or April, or both, of last year, where time like literally slowed down to a crawl.
Mm-hmm.
That was too much. But since then, it's too fast. Anyway, 30 months from Spinach Wrap. 32 months from Ian Thay. And then we got 36 months from Perendry. So that is 3 years. Followed immediately by another 36 months from Danny X6. Congrats to both of you for 3 years. And thank you for 3 years, man. 3 years of toast. I miss that blue wall sometimes.
I thought about that.
I sometimes I do miss
The
that
other
blue
day.
wall.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. You know what I miss, actually? I miss the blue wall. I miss there not being things directly behind us, because it creates a better sense of depth.
Our next place.
Which is probably something that no one thinks about, but I've always thought about, is that there's a really good sense of depth, and we have like a foot behind us. It's not quite the same thing. Anyway, 34 months from Sapphire Becca. We got 7 months from Crescent Gaia. 300 bits from DC Racer says, pray for South Louisiana. My home parishes of I'm going to try and pronounce this, Lafourche and St. Charles got destroyed by Ida. We evacuated and are safe and survived with minor damage. Others not so lucky. Yeah, me and Mao have been discussing this. Anytime that there is a hurricane announced, or hurricane watch, hurricane warning, we feel it. Like, as someone who grew up in a hurricane-prone area, evacuated countless times.
A mile or two from the ocean.
Yeah, like, I feel it. It doesn't matter where it is. And my heart goes out to Louisiana constantly. Like, Louisiana has gotten the short end of the stick in the hurricane deal in the past few years. I mean, and also for a while, because they were the ones that got hit by Katrina 16 years ago. But, like, they had a huge, huge major hurricane less than a year ago, and now they got hit again. It just sucks. So, yeah, I hope... I mean, now that the storm has passed through, I hope that damage is as minimal for folks as possible. But I also know, just from seeing video, that it's... For a lot of people, it's not.
Yeah.
And I hope that things go as well as possible with...
I'm glad you guys were able to evacuate
Everyone.
and had minor damage.
Yeah.
And I know that struggle of, should we evacuate? For some people, it's so hard as, can we evacuate? And that's...
It's a mental nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like you said, some people can't.
Yeah.
Some people, it's very easy for people to say, oh, just get out of there. Like, some people have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
And some people have no way to get there. So, like...
And sometimes shelters won't take in pets, like if you're going to a storm shelter.
Yeah.
So, and it's hard to leave that, because that's animal cruelty to leave an animal for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's not like a good...
Yeah.
There's not like a happy ending or a good solution to all of this. It's just... I just want folks to know whenever there's hurricanes that we're always tracking them. Even if we're not actively talking about it, it's a huge...
Or if they're not a threat to us, we're still watching them.
Yeah, it's a huge topic of discussion around the house, because it's like... It could very easily be you, is the thing. Yeah. Thomas says, I thought they canceled hurricane season after last year. You would have thought that we would have been done with that. The world would have collectively decided, you know what? No more of those. No more. I think we're done. I think we're done with those. Anyway. 31 months from Lunar Pearl. We've got 5 months from Ouija Time 64. 500 bits from Sephiroth, who says, good morning. I just want to say how overwhelmed I was by the care and support over the last week from both of you and the community. Thank you all for being such wonderful people. Well, thank you for being a part of the community as well. And I think that that word is important. Community is an important word because it signifies how everyone here views each other and the importance of that. Like when you see a familiar face, a familiar name in chat, and you have conversations with them, and you do that over and over and over for, I mean, literally years, yeah, you develop bonds with people. So you want people to be safe, you want people to be okay, and people become so much more than, you know, a name on a screen. You know, that's been my interpretation of the internet for like my entire life, you know, growing up and becoming very connected to others on message boards and chat rooms and AOL Instant Messenger and getting to know people. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's important. It's important. Anyway, I'm glad you're doing okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you're doing okay, and I hope that you know, continues. We've got 13 months from Plu Sonic, and 12 months. Hey, that's a year from the Super Thingy Mabob. Congrats on a year. People losing the pluses and getting numbers, and then some people, I guess, keeping the numbers and getting pluses, some extra pluses. 300 Bits of Manager in the Kitchen. Yesterday, I coded some random Tiny Eddie products into some other streams, and we came up with Big Floor Bites. Computer didn't like that one. Large supple pretzels. Supple is a choice word. Supple often gets associated with certain things. It is actually a fairly decent word for describing like a soft pretzel.
Tender.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's, you know, it'd be kind of a weird thing. Like, other people might look at you strange, but it's actually a pretty good word to describe a soft pretzel. That being said, should you go to the Auntie Anne stand and say, "Give me your most supple pretzel"? You shouldn't do that. I don't think you should do that. Huge floor cookies. Let's look at the floor. And small 12 cookies. Just a tiny dozen. Happy Tuesday. I like the tiny dozen cookies. I think I've had those before.
See, I imagine that they're like slightly stuck together and you can break them apart or leave them one big cookie. Like a Kit Kat, but cookies, but not sticks.
Like when you buy that cookie cereal and some of them are stuck together.
Yeah, but 12 of them are stuck together.
You know what that makes me think of is, what are those things called from Burger King? Cinny Minis. I mean, those aren't cookies, but you know
they're
how,
like stuck together.
You know how
yeah.
they come stuck together? Yeah. I like the idea of small 12 cookies when it comes with 11. So you're always like, wait, where's the 12th cookie? And the answer is, the 12th cookie is when you eat it all at once.
It's like those, like, how many triangles do you see puzzles?
I hate that.
And people, like, don't count the outside triangle.
Okay, I know not everyone uses Facebook. If you don't, bless you.
Yeah.
For some of us who have to for work or whatever, I log in occasionally. I say occasionally, this happens literally once a week. Literally once a week. I've got some relative or some older person who they spend all day on Facebook, and they repost these puzzles. I don't know if you guys have seen these. They're just it's like, how many it's that exact
Something
thing
that you did in elementary school.
It's always I'm not going to name any names. There's one person in particular, and you probably know who they are, but they post this exact same thing. It's like, how many triangles do you see? And then there's people there's like 50,000 comments on this post, and everyone's like, it's 6, and then someone's like, it can't be 6 because of this, and someone's like, 3, and it's just that, and it's 50,000 comments of just that.
See,
And then someone like trying to sell something.
I had a conversation with my dad about the Facebook posts about like, tell me where you grew up. Or stuff like that that's getting too many security answers. And my dad is definitely not guilty. He knows of this, and he's the one that is educating people he knows to not do it. And he's like talking to family members, and he's like, "Hey, I see you doing this on Facebook. Don't do it." Yeah.
Comment below.
What's your mother's maiden name?
With your mother's maiden name and the last 4 of your social. Facebook is an interesting place. Mm-hmm. Brandon, what's your mother's maiden name challenge? 82% can't name it. I feel like I should make a post that's like a parody of that. That's what I should do. Like it'll be like Mario's face, and it'll be like, how many circles do you see? How many shapes are in Mario's face? Will that be? No, that will not be Jazz approved. Almost certainly not. We got 11 months from PK Owl. It's just a good name. 500 bits of Mad Riddler. Hi, Stephen Amount. Longtime lurker. Tomorrow, I'm starting my new job where I'll be teaching 9th grade. 15-1 special ed. It's my first year teaching, and I am extremely nervous.
You're gonna do great.
Good vibes. Good vibes. I mean, starting any new job is always going to be stressful. Starting a teaching job, I think, can be particularly stressful because you feel in charge of people.
Yeah.
I think that's and I haven't done that.
My first year was, and my second, because that was elementary, then high school. It was they're letting me be in charge of these kids.
Yeah.
By myself.
Yeah, there's a sense of, I think for the longest time growing up, this continues into your probably like your mid-20s, that you're like, I need an adult, and then you look around the room and you're like, I am the adult. It's sort of that sort of situation, but I agree with Mal. I think you'll be fine. You got to take it slow, and you have to remember that you're going to learn a lot on the job.
Yeah.
Amanda says, I cannot believe I'm the adult now.
And I know you've probably learned this with learning about special education is document everything.
Yeah.
Like, Jimmy threw a pencil today, write it down in a logbook.
You have experience. You did the teaching, so... Anyway, I wish you well, because teacher is...
Special ed teachers have a lot to do with IEPs and...
Just being a teacher in general is the hardest profession. So, being a special ed teacher, you're going to have a lot of extra work. But I sincerely hope that it'll be rewarding for you. But also, I don't feel like you would have headed down this path if you didn't feel that it was going to be rewarding for you to do this, so... I wish you well. What was that weird sound that just happened? Did you
I
hear
believe
that?
it's the people that stopped in yesterday that I talked to.
Oh, okay. I was like, my first thought was my raid is making the most bizarre sound.
No, I believe it's a trimmer or a hedge trimmer or something.
Oh. 15 months from Randy Days 48. We got 17 months from Pete Cow. 30 Bits Maldo says, speaking of Extra Life, I need to know why there are 3 different Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader games. Are they actually different, or did they just release the same game 3 times? Only Jeff Foxworthy knows for sure.
Can you reach them? R-A-R. I can see 2 of them.
No, they're all real. One is sealed. Yeah, there's Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader? Make the Grade. Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader? Game Time. And Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader? Back to School. This one features me's, and the other ones don't.
No, there's no me's on
So if you want to see Jeff Foxworthy as a me, you have to donate towards Back to School. The other ones, I think, feature him.
Oh, those are models.
It looks Are they?
Well, like
Okay,
like
yeah.
programmed models.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. They're computer models, but not Mii's. Interesting.
This one, there's only one screenshot, and it looks like the lowest quality. Like, programming graphics.
Yeah, like, the problem... The problem with having 3 games like this, and that's what Brandon said, is that a lot of times the vote gets split. And it's hard to get people to work collectively to decide on one thing. It's one of the reasons Wii Sports didn't get played last year.
Yeah.
Is there were people that voted towards Wii Sports and people that voted towards Wii Sports Resort. So, like, you kind of have to... It's difficult, but if you notice that there's a particular game that's, like, getting traction over another one, everyone kind of has to band together for whatever's already in the lead. Like, you have to do that collectively as a hive mind, or it will neither of them will ever happen. That's the only difficult part about this sort of thing.
It happened with Pokemon Stadium, I think, when we did N64, because there's 1 and 2.
Yeah, and it's possible that, multiple games could receive so many donations that you play both, but it gets unlikely.
Mm-hmm.
So, something to think about as we get closer to Extra Life, especially day of. If you're interested in seeing a game played, and there's like 2 similar games, like just go for it. So, Basuna says, is the master list of rankings available to see? Yeah, that's up. If you go to the Extra Life page, whatever the link is, I guess Nightbot has it, so a mod can make it appear. There you go. Go there, and there's a thing. There's a thing for it. It'll show you what's in the lead. And Chaz has been keeping it updated, or relatively updated, so yeah. You can see what's in the... What is in the lead? Chocobo Dungeon was in the lead last I checked.
That was last I checked.
And Garfield was up there too, so I don't know if anything major has changed yet. Let's see. We got 35 months from Mew Rocks. 33 months from Cassie. 19 months from Frost Spirit 23. 100 bits from Devitaru. Still deciding that that's how I'm going to pronounce that. Is it still Chocobo? Okay, it's still Chocobo Dungeon. Okay. Chocobo Dungeon and Garfield. Very excited about Garfield, by the way.
Yeah.
Very excited. Will this be the year? This might be the year. 300 bits from Platinum Pikachu. So as of this morning, I am now double Pfizered. I feel a little bit like the mummy alert right now, but otherwise not too bad. I'm going to spend the rest of today just relaxing, though. Well, first off, congrats on Jab.
Yeah.
We'll always congratulate Jab. And yeah, I hope that your is as minimal. So maybe instead of a it's more of a just a little Yeah. I wish you well. 4 months from Flying Walrus 33. 200 bits from Scottish Samurai. I like the spelling of that. It's a good name. Samurai. 100 bits from Goblin on a Stick. 11 months from Captain Comet. 300 bits from Genie, the Fourth Wall. I got an 8 a.m. class this semester. Bleh. On the bright side, it means I'll be able to chill at breakfast streams live on Tuesdays. Haven't been able to do that before. 8 a.m.s are... For some people, they're like perfect.
Yeah.
Some people are like, gonna get started on a day, it's gonna be great. When I was in college, an 8 a.m. was not... I stopped doing them eventually.
It didn't help that we would stay up and talk to friends who were West Coast people.
Yeah, that didn't help. I mean, like, if you are the type of person that can get up super early and you have all your stuff scheduled early, then yeah, an 8 a.m. can be great. But I learned pretty quickly that it was too early for me. And you couldn't pick your classes... Was it the first year or the first semester?
The first semester they picked them for me.
Yeah, but I don't think even the first year. I don't remember now.
For you, I think it was the first year.
Once I was able to pick classes, I had enough of 8 a.m.s. Because I had been given quite a few, and I was like, I can't keep doing this. So I started doing the next slot, which was 11. And I did 11s for a while. And then I think eventually I actually changed those out too.
See,
oh, I know what I did. Because you have 3 classes a quarter.
for you, yeah.
So I was doing, on one day I would do an 11 and a...
2? Or 1?
An 11 and a 5. Or a 1, that's it. No, I did 5, because you had to have enough time to get from one class to the other. So I think I did an 11 and a 5. And then the other day I would do like a 2. Yeah.
See,
Thomas says, wait till you get that 8 a.m. job.
in my smaller state school, we didn't get a choice. It was like, you need to take aesthetics to graduate. Well, there's only one aesthetics course this semester.
Oh, yeah.
And it's 8 p.m. on a Wednesday, and you have an 8 a.m. art history.
Oh, yeah. I mean, depending on what you were doing, you didn't have a choice. If it was real specialized, it was like, it's available at this time and that's it.
But a lot of the schools, like the first one I went to, and then the school I transferred to, had like rules about, you have to have a Friday class. Like if you had a Monday, Wednesday class, you were going to have a Friday class. Because there was a lot of drinking that they were trying to curb on Thursday nights.
I mean, we had a dry campus, so they just didn't care about that. Purple Pollo says, I actually lucked out because SCAD chose my first quarter classes, but I don't have a class before 11 a.m. I mean, congrats, to be honest. I knew some people that failed art history because their art history class was 8 a.m. I mean, I also had an 8 a.m. art history class, but fortunately I didn't fail it. But I knew people that like it was too much information too early, and art history's hard. And
well, you had long classes. If I had art history, it was like an hour.
Yeah, every single class at SCAD is 2.5 hours long. So, yeah, 2.5 hours of art history in the morning is just like, it's just a lot. Because you go in, the lights are off, it's doing it with a projector, they're showing off stuff. So, like, you're in a dark room, you're already tired, and it's 2.5 hours. So it's like you have to do your absolute best to not fall asleep, to pay attention, take notes, and it's just a lot.
See, my studio classes were 3-hour blocks.
Yeah.
Like when I had drawing 3, it went from like 8 to 11.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's just every single class. And it's not that bad. It sounds probably a little worse than it is, but you have to remember you only have 3 classes. That's it. In a quarter.
Good, yeah.
In a quarter, you have 3 classes. That's all you get. That's all you have to take. So, like, that's the trade-off. Is that your classes are 2.5 hours long, but you only have 3 classes, and you go, you do 3 classes twice a week. Mm-hmm. So you'd have like 2 classes Monday and Wednesday.
So you had 6 hours a week for every class.
6 hours a week. That's your math.
For each class.
Oh. Well, 5 hours a week. They're 2.5 hours.
Oh, 2.5.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. 5 hours. So you'd have like 5 hours of class Monday and Wednesday, 2.5 hours of class Tuesday and Thursday. Also, there were no classes on Friday. Like, there just weren't classes on Friday. So it was only 4 days of classes. So, like, when you start to balance out the other good parts of it, it's like, I think it was fine, like, if it sounds
Brandon's
long...
pointing out that SCAD does quarters, not semesters.
Yeah, it's a quarter system. So, even if it feels long, there were other, like, very positive things, so... Tatsy says Friday was left for drinking. Not on campus, but I guess if you literally walked out of your door, you're no longer on campus anymore.
You have to be off the property.
Yeah, as long as you're not on the property. If you walk outside of your door, if you walk onto the sidewalk, you're no longer on campus. You've left campus. That's it. Campus was where you lived, and that was it. Where was I? 320 bits from Shy says, I always love those stupid top 10 ads that they're like, top 10 child actors that went to prison. Number 4 will surprise you. Why number 4? Why wouldn't the surprising one be number 1? That's a good point. I know exactly what you're talking about, but I don't know why they do that. And that is a Facebook thing, but also that's just like a internet ad thing. You see ads all
Those
the...
websites that just grab those sorts of things and put a million ads on them.
There's so many ads I see that, like, the image doesn't match what the title of the ad is. And they'll be like, one weird trick to fix this in your life. And it's like a picture of, like, a foot. And I'm like, There's definitely been times where they must work, because even for me, there's times where I look at that ad and I'm like, I just want to know. I just want to know what the connection is. But the truth is, if you click through, whatever you clicked for in the first place aren't even there.
Yeah.
It's not even that. If you click through that, you get to a different page that has nothing to do with the thing you just clicked anyway. It's just a million other things to attempt to get your attention.
Yeah.
Does your golf game need fixed? We can do it. And then like a picture of a slice of pizza. And it's like, I don't think this is how you fix golf. That I know of. I don't know. Maybe that's the secret. Hey, I'm about to clap twice. We've got 24 months from Theta.x. That is 2 years. And I'm going to keep clapping because we're going into 12 months. That's 1 year from Space Cat Zero. Congrats to both of you. Hot singles in your area? That would actually be good. That's like a legit good like Domino's ad. Well, actually, no. I guess it didn't work for Domino's because they don't sell single slices of pizza.
No.
But if they did, that'd be kind of clever. Like hot single slices in your area. That'd be kind of cute. 300 bits from Super Thingamabob. I got double Pfizered yesterday, and I'm feeling it today. So this is kind of my first day off since starting work a month and a half ago, which is why I'm even here. Well, I hope that you feel it less. You feel it less soon.
Yeah.
It's wild to think that, like, people will be getting triple Pfizered here in the next few months. I guess for if folks got vaccinated in, like, January, they're getting close. Or they're already getting it because it's 8 months, right? In the U.S.
Yeah.
In the U.S. So that's now. So like within the next month, there will be a lot of people probably starting to do that. And Nikki Sapphire says, my cousin already had her third. Yeah. Dang. Hey, we'll just keep, getting excited for jabs. 300 bits from Colin says, I've been able to pick classes my whole time in my 7th semester now, and almost every semester has had an 8 a.m. Basically, all of my classes only have one section, so I'm just stuck with whatever time. Yeah, I mean, so at SCAD, the way it worked is that even though there was a jillion different majors and minors and whatever, everyone still has to take particular core classes, and there are a ton of those core classes available. So like art history, for instance, ton of art histories, ton of drawing 1, drawing 2, life drawing, whatever. So these classes that like you have to take even if you're studying how to take care of horses, even if you're doing that, you have to take these. So there's a ton of them, and those are the ones that you would have a lot of options. Whenever you get down to like advanced post-production, then it's like it's one professor teaching that class and he might have 2 times and that was it. So
for me it was like, oh, you're taking printmaking? There's 2 professors.
Yeah, I mean, depending on how specialized you get.
Yeah.
Depending.
I mean, photography, it was like, well, this semester we have a beginning photography, intermediate, and advanced, and independent study. And it was all taught by the same professor. That was it.
Yeah, we had certain professors that taught certain things and like no one else taught it, and it made me wonder like what happens when they leave.
Yeah.
You know,
They find someone that does the same thing. Someone said printmaking. What is that? That's there's a lot of different forms of printmaking. I took screen printing, like how this shirt was printed, with different screens for each color. There's also like lithography and I can't think this morning. The one where you carve the linoleum and you basically make a stamp for each color.
linoprint? Is that called linoprint?
Lino? I can't think.
I don't remember.
I never took that one because I was never sure what it's called. Linoleum, but it looked very rubbery and I didn't know if it was latex. And the professors didn't know either.
Yeah.
So they were like, take screen printing. And I was like, okay.
There's no reason to risk it.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon says linoprint, aka lino cut.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I've worked with a teacher that did amazing lino cuts. And she also did things where she like carved into copper and printed that. Like, she's really talented at that.
There's so much of that stuff that interested me, but it wasn't like...
You couldn't take it at SCAD unless you were...
Well, that was part of it.
Yeah.
Some
You might have been able to take an intro course as an elective, but you couldn't have taken
Yeah.
more of it unless you switched majors.
And that's what... the same thing applies to, like, some of the camera stuff. People ask me why I didn't take cinematography in college, and it was like, it's because it was a whole thing.
Yeah.
You know, when I was at school, I wanted to do editing. I wanted to learn all about post-production, so that's the path that I chose. And if I would have dedicated every single elective to cinematography, then I could have gotten up that path to learn more and stuff. But I didn't have an interest in it in school.
Yeah.
Because like we had at the time,
Were
the big
you allowed
thing,
to get minors at SCAD?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
At the time, the big thing was red cameras, because they were. That was like everyone wanted to shoot on the reds, but like you weren't allowed to even rent the reds from SCAD unless you had completed a 400 level cinematography class, and like no one had done that, so everyone was looking for the students that had done that so they could get access to those cameras. And I'm like that's too much. That's too much effort. Anyway, 500 bits from Shinoff, who says, "Can I get some good vibes? I read some bad stuff on Twitter when I woke up, and I've been cynical and paranoid all day now. At least this place definitely feels comfortable, and I want to thank you two for being so open and nice." Yeah, good vibes. I know that talk is cheap, but if you can, don't read Twitter. Don't read. There's a button on Twitter. It's called the Explore tab, and just never look at it. Just never.
Something that helped me was changing my region to Japanese. I'd catch a few words or things that I could read, but it wasn't.
And like sometimes stuff pops into your actual timeline that
Yeah.
you're like, I didn't really want to know about that. I didn't
Yeah.
know. But yeah, it's very easy to experience the weight of literally the whole world if you spend a lot of time on social media and start taking that in. So my advice to everyone is to avoid it if you can. If something pops up and you're like, ugh, you know, just
Hi, bud.
can you mark things like if it's from an account that you don't already follow, you just mute it or something. I
Yeah.
don't know. It's hard, but it's true. It's true. It's very easy to
Say hi.
to be, you know, downtrodden from all of that stuff because there's just a lot. There's a lot. What helps me, and this obviously isn't going to help everyone, but what helps me is that if I stumble across things that I'm like, oh God, I try to tell myself like, oh hi, is there anything I can personally do about it? Is there anything that I, as an individual, can do to alter this specific situation? Often, almost every time, the answer is no, and I have to try and accept that. And acceptance of that is one of the most difficult things, because if you read enough bad news, it feels like the world is ending every day, but it's not. And for your mental health, you should put yourself into uplifting positions when you can, because too much bad is bad. Too much bad is bad. There's some good words. Too much bad is bad.
Hi, baby. I got
Don't worry. Words to live by. Cheers. Cheers to too much bad is bad. Too much good is fine. Too much good is fine. Oh, 300 bits from Davidaru. He says, I'm mind blown you got my name right. Is that how I pronounced it? Davidaru? I think that's how I pronounced it. Wanted to say a quick thanks for the interaction on the Unite stream, as your words of encouragement helped push me to Ultra Rank. Was wondering how both of your rank seasons have been going. Thanks for the wonderful content.
What am I at?
Davidaru, perfect. Great. I just hit Ultra 2 days ago. I think I hit it 2 days ago. I've been constantly at veteran class 4 and 5, and like I just kept pushing up against the end of it and then losing and just going back and back.
Brandon says Sunday.
And then on Sunday, me, Chaz, Mao, Brandon, Thomas,
Haley.
Emmy,
Haley was there too.
and Haley, there were 7 of us, just play. We took turns because there was a lot of us, but we took turns as a 5 comp in veteran and played matches, and we won more than we lost, and I got to Ultra. So that was exciting.
And then as soon as you did, we all did terrible.
Yeah, there was, I'm not. Yeah, so we played 13 games and we won 8 of them, which is pretty good. I'm not sure, but it certainly felt like the minute that I hit Ultra, we were facing like a lot more opponents that were like far more difficult. Far more difficult. We're talking about Pokemon Unite, which is a game that I never thought I would play, and yet here we are. And I've been enjoying it. I never thought I'd enjoy a competitive game. That's just not really ever been me. And to be able to play it is like, that's exciting. To feel like I'm doing something and getting somewhere. That being said, it'll be a lot harder to get to Master apparently because it's hard. Yeah, it's hard.
Who's a good cat?
Yeah, I'm not competitive unless I play against Mao. It's interesting being on the same team as Mao.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's been fun. We're doing all right.
Yeah.
We're doing all right. Yeah, I'm still. There's still 3 weeks left in the season. There's still 3 weeks to get to Master, and I would like to do it. We'll see if that happens.
I don't know if I will. I definitely won't. I don't know if I'll get to Ultra. We'll see.
Oh, don't count yourself out. For those that aren't playing the game, the explanation of why it matters is that whatever rank you hit at the end of the season, there's a prize pool for it. So you get a lot of like in-game stuff if you hit certain ranks. So just if you ideally want to at least get into the next rank. Even if you get there and then you lose, it doesn't matter. Whatever your highest one you hit is like
what you get.
Is what you get. So getting into Ultra is helpful for me. Getting into Master would be even better, but that's hard. And yes, Blastoise is tomorrow. He's finally coming out. We got 300 bits from Satsy who says, boiler update, I got a wrench, and I made sure the leaky radiator was well tightened since it wasn't coming from the key, it was coming from the nut behind it. I've been incrementally turning it up, and all good. I mean, that's good. That's good.
Have you ever lived anywhere with a boiler? Did your grandparents' houses have boilers?
There may have been a boiler in my paternal grandfather's.
The house he
home.
built?
Yeah.
Okay.
There might have been a boiler
If
in
there
there.
was,
'cause that
I figured that would be the case.
Yeah, but I don't remember. And I don't think I would have ever been down there, so.
The house my dad lived in, right after my parents got divorced, had a boiler system.
Mm-hmm.
It was scary. And then my dorm, the entire campus was run on a boiler system.
It makes those noises.
Well, it's when there's air in the lines, and it kind of bangs around the pipes and is real loud.
Yeah, it makes some scary,
Sometimes it sounded like gunshots. And you'd hear one...
It says The Shining.
You'd hear one coming up the hall, and it, like, the room's on the other end of the dorm. You'd start hearing it way down distant, and then, like, the banging would start to get to your end of the hallway, and you'd be like, oh no.
Well, you know, ideally they don't make noise.
Yeah.
Ideally.
And it's an easy fix to bleed the system.
30 Bits and Waste and Aeon says, just want to congratulate the Swedish ladies in volleyball who are doing their first tournament in 32 years and have now reached quarterfinals.
Cool.
Congrats to them. It's very, very cool. Quarterfinals, that's close. Was that 2 more? Yeah. I know tournaments. I got it all figured out.
Satsy says that was the problem. Yeah.
Aeronautical says, my stepdad has a house from 1834 with a boiler, and it sounds like a swing set when it's whistling. Ooh. Yeah, we don't have that here, though, so haven't had to... Of course, we've had other
I'm
weird
trying to
issues,
think of,
so.
like, old houses in the area and if they have boiler systems, and I'm thinking they don't. Because I think it would have gone from... I think it would have stayed fireplaces just for, like, when fireplaces were the source of heat. I don't think they would have installed boilers down here.
I have no idea. Ask the wrong person. There are enough beans on screen to warrant pressing the bean button. There you go. Patreon.com/StephenGeorge or Malmix. We appreciate the support. Thank you. Enjoy the beans. When you say enjoy the beans, it reminds me of the, is it Charmin? They changed their whole slogan to enjoy the go.
Enjoy the go.
I don't know that I like their slogan. I don't know. I think it could be better. I don't know that I like enjoy the go. We have 300 bits from Joey Gatorman, who says, vaccines are all good, but they are nothing without strict public health measures. This virus could have been eradicated within a short time, but our governments aren't doing their job. I mean, I'm not going to argue with you. I feel like one of the biggest things is, like, where are we now? What can we do now? You know, there's so many missteps, and I can agree with the vast amount of missteps. But where are we now? What do we do now? And vaccine's a great start, especially since there's just so many folks that still need to receive the shot. But it's what, you know, it is happening. I know that and I know people in their own lives personally know people that are holdouts for this. But FDA approval for Pfizer, that is helpful. I know people personally who had not gotten vaccinated because they were, I guess, distrusting of the speed at which the vaccines were approved. And it didn't matter how much you explained how the system worked to them, that was a non-starter. And FDA approval, they did get vaccinated. So it's like, it is happening. It's not going at the speed at which I personally would like to see things, but, like, stuff's happening. So that brings me, you know, joy.
Yeah.
To some degree. We got 200 bits from Joey Gatorman. Joey, thank you. 300 from Thorough Down says, I took a printmaking classes in an art elective where we practiced on different types of mediums. I was the only boy amongst 14 girls in the class. See, that's interesting. I don't know why that would be so...
When I had my advanced photo
different.
class that I taught, I had all girls.
Really?
I mean, I've also been the only girl in a class of boys. like when I was taking shop. So.
I like the idea of printmaking. And I like the idea of doing all that. One of the things I really want to do at SCAD, I never did, and this is unrelated to printmaking stuff, really, but I wanted to do some more, like, design classes.
Yeah.
And I did, like, some basic stuff because everyone has to have the basics, but they're really basic, you know? They're not... I wanted to do something a little bit more, and I never ended up doing it. That being said, it's fine. And as someone who's now been out of school for a decade, oh my god, I have learned more about the things that interest me since being out of school than I learned in school. And learning a base level of information in college was helpful, but like I've learned so much more about filmmaking and cameras and editing and composition, like all this stuff. I've learned more being out of school now for a decade than I have in school. So your mileage may vary.
Oh, you need to flip? Let's flip those.
Did you help him?
I helped him.
Picked him up and turned him on his side?
Just his back end. Just rotated the cat.
Pastel says, a decade, man, you're old. It's true. It's true. You're not wrong. I've been out of college for 10 years.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. 30 bits from no, wait, that's the one I read. 25 months from Bored Turtle. I have to clear the alerts. 300 from Jith Vicard, who says, Mao, have you seen the new Hobonichi collection for 2022? I am excited for the Inuyasha collection.
Have I ever? I've been following the daily
Mao
updates.
has been telling me about this every day.
They go on sale tonight at 11 p.m.
Oh my god. The Hobonichi collection is your Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah.
You realize that?
Yeah.
When GTA 5 was coming out, I told Mao about it every day.
Yeah.
And I'm realizing now that this is your GTA 5. This is your camera talk. That's what it is. And that's fine. It's nice to see you get really excited about something.
Anyway,
like that.
there is an Inuyasha collection. There's one for each size techo they sell, like each style.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm getting the Mother 3 cover. And I think I'm gonna get the Dreamscape Weeks with the lace. That's the like foil.
Kagome.
Anyway, I'm excited.
I've seen like one episode of Inuyasha and I don't remember it. My apologies to Inuyasha fans. I didn't watch it.
What's the store link? I go to 1101.com, but that's the Japanese one. That's the English one.
Techo is...
Oh, that'll work too. Techo means planner.
I'm spelling it. T-E-C-H-O. You have it right, Techo. We can have a little planner talk as a treat. As a treat. You can probably just type in Hobonichi Techo into Google, and if you are an English speaker, it'll probably automatically route you to the English version of the...
Yeah, there is an English version of the site.
Yeah.
If you order from them officially, you do get a cool box, and you get, depending on what you buy, you might get like the yearly pen, because they have a new pen color every year, and then the extra for whatever the extra is. It's a spoon this year. But if there's English places you can order from, Amazon does have covers. They have a few from last year, and they will be having the actual planner itself on English Amazon.
Also,
And Jet Pens is a good source.
keep in mind, if you are a planner person, journal person, and you're looking into stuff off of Hobonichi's website, you can throw in some of the Earthbound stuff if you're an Earthbound fan.
Yeah.
Because they still have Mother merchandise on there.
Oh, I gotta see if something's back in stock.
They've sold out of various things, but there's still some stuff on there, so it can be like a double dip thing where you pick up a planner for next year, but then also get yourself, I don't know, a Earthbound shirt. Mouse getting the Mother 3
Mother
cast.
3 cover.
Yeah.
Sorry. I have to check if something else from the Mother project's in stock that I wanted to order tonight.
Okay. It's actually nice to see that they're doing Mother 3 stuff at all, because
Yeah.
for the longest time, I was concerned that they didn't have the rights. I was like, why have they never done anything Mother 3?
The Mother 1 cover they're doing this year just has the Mother logo on red, and I love it, but I like the cast cover better, because I liked Mother 3 better.
Yeah, Hobonichi has been putting out Mother 2 stuff for 15 years.
Yeah.
And they didn't start doing Mother 3 stuff until
Last year, my
last year.
Tetsuo from last year is the Mother 3 cover.
Yeah, like, I'm like, what took it? Why? I don't know. I don't know why it took them that long, but they're finally.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
covers I really like, but I do not switch my covers up because they are expensive.
It's fair.
And I've gotten one of my local friends in on it, and they are also excited. And they are getting a cover I like. They're getting the one with the cat stretched across the top, and it kind of wraps around front and back. I forget the name of that one, but that's the one they're getting.
Also, before I forget, because I will forget, Jacebook says, speaking of tonight, is it the last bonus Chaos Fortune cookie tonight? Yes. I do not know what time that is. But tonight, at some time, there is a stream over on Proton John's Twitch channel. I will be there at least for a little bit at the beginning. And it's Chaos Fortune. Again. For the third time? I don't know. Yeah, it starts late. It starts late. So I don't know what time. 9 p.m. Eastern, maybe 8 p.m. 10. Starts late, ends later.
What size Tetsuo do I get? I went with an A5 last year, which is this year's one that I'm working on right now, because it's 2021 planner, and I really loved that cousin size. But they didn't put cast cover for Mother 3 in that size, so I'm switching back to an A6, which is the smaller size.
We'll see if you regret it. We'll find
yeah,
out.
we'll see.
We'll find out. Yeah, and if you can't make the bonus stream, obviously there'll be a VOD. And I mean, I won't make the whole bonus stream. It's way too long and it's way too late, and I'm trying to fix my sleep. Hi, bud. You want a new lap? You just gonna stand, or
Sit.
we're gonna stand?
We're going to sit.
Okay, you want to lay down?
No.
Is that something that would be of interest to? Nope, you got places to be. Okay,
I gotta go investigate noises.
you go take a peek. Okay, so 9 p.m. Eastern. 9 p.m. Eastern. On John's channel. And also, yeah, I saw the link go by. Today is the last day. It may also be available, like, tomorrow. The last day, in theory, of the artist shirt. Loopy Mongoose's Heroes of Adventure shirt is available today. And I'll probably be removing it off the store, like, early tomorrow or something. The next artist shirt is coming soon. I'm not sure the specifics. It could be available by the end of this week, which I think actually is likely, based on how things are going at the moment. So I think it'll be available by the end of the week. If not, it'll be.
Did you order it?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
That can wait. That's not important right now. So yeah, I'll be announcing that soon. Pretty soon. Real soon. And I'm excited about it too, because it's a good design. It's a really good design. I like it a lot. The artist did a great job, and it's cute and unique, and it's gonna be exciting. Yeah. Anyway, OJ's says, "Have you figured out what next week's gaming stream will be?" Yeah, we're finishing up It Takes Two on Friday, but next Friday we're doing WarioWare, because WarioWare just comes out that day, and I thought that'd be a good buffer between things, so we're going to be doing WarioWare. Anyway, 310 bits from Shy, who says, my campus was a lot of old retrofitted buildings, some from World War II. They had a massive campus-wide boiler system. I remember one day I saw steam leaking out of one of the pipes, which is always a good sign. I mean, you know, one of the things about campuses with a bunch of old stuff is like, what you got is what you got, and the cost to redo everything is so huge that they often don't want to. Which is actually what you dealt with in school too.
Yeah. When I had the problems with the air in the boiler.
Yeah.
They were like, we're tearing this building down next year, so we're not going to do anything. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm not sleeping because it's so loud, so do something.
Yeah.
But the new buildings didn't have that. Like when I switched to the apartment dorm, because it was built in 2005, it was not part of that system.
Yeah. That was rough.
That was a rough time.
You were troubled.
Mm-hmm.
To say the very, very least. Mal was not sleeping. It was a very emotionally and physically exhausting time for her. 36 months. 3 years from JCJX. Congrats on 3. And with that, I'm all caught up on words.
Good.
Haha. Things that are happening today. There's a stream. There's a stream at 9 p.m. tonight over on John's channel where we'll be working on the... I don't know whether it's like 11 through 20, I think, for Chaos Fortune Cookie. I'm not exactly sure. Again, this is like I think this is like the 3rd time we've done Chaos Fortune Cookie. There's just a lot of that. So that's happening. I'll be there, John will be there, and then other people will be there at various times. I'm not sure. Also today, Galaxy continues. If you were like, when are you going to find that green boy? When are you going to find him? It's today. I told you we didn't forget. We find the green boy today. He was hiding in a tree. We found him. Got him. What else? There's 2 vlogs coming out today. I already have 2. There might be more, but I have 2 done already.
I had a video come out.
Yeah! Oh god, yeah, I'm sorry. Mao had there's a new Mao Makes video.
I need you to check my social video post too.
Sure. Yeah, there's a new Mao Makes video based on Heart Gold Soul Silver. And it's really beautiful. It's really, really pretty. So check out the video that Mao did when you get a chance. It's Viridian Forest at night. It's really, really pretty. And I think it's about it.
Coffee.
I think it's about it. There might be other stuff this week, but I'll announce that on Thursday if there's going to be other stuff. Well, it'll really heavily depend on what I get done today and tomorrow, but we'll see. We'll see. We got 10 months from Mad the Sane. 7 months from Sitab923. 30 bits from Shy says, the pipes ran through a maze of underground tunnels that you could use to cross the entire campus if you knew how to navigate them. You didn't need a special key or anything to get in either, but so few people ever used them. There's not any part of me that wants to navigate campus through a series of underground tunnels.
We had some, but you had to know where they were.
Really?
Very few people knew where they were.
Savor the fresh baked goodness of Tiny Eddie's Banana Dragon Crunch.
Ooh, I like that one.
That's a pretty appealing name. That sounds like a heck of a cereal. Banana Dragon Crunch. 1000 Bits from Fossick says, good morning, now from the West Coast. I officially made the move west last week. Still getting adjusted to the new time zone. Now I have to wake up at 6 a.m. for breakfast stream.
Glad the move went well.
Yeah, I'm happy that the move went well. 6 a.m. It depends on you as a person. It depends on your occupation. It depends on a bunch of different things. But for some folks, 6 a.m. is a normal thing. And some people also just like to get up. Like, even if you're on the East Coast, sometimes people like to get up at, 6 a.m. and get started.
Yeah.
I actually like getting up really, really early like that, but I haven't been able to do that in a long time. Oh, Foshik says, I've slept at 2 this morning. Oh. Might be a nap day. It's going to be a nap day for me, probably. It's going to be a short nap, but it's going to... I think I might take like a 30-minute nap. Just a little tiny one. Just a little, like, jog of the...
Sleep.
The brain. Just a quick little, like... something. Hey, better 30 minutes than 4 hours.
Yeah.
And there's been some of those in the past 2 weeks, too.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's everything to announce.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you all for being here. Thanks for joining us for breakfast. It was also good to have toast again. I haven't had toast in a while. You know, it's kind of the unofficial mascot of the breakfast stream, and I haven't actually had toast in a while, so it was nice to have some toast this morning. We will be back on Thursday at 9 a.m. But, you know, if you're around this evening, 9 p.m. Eastern, on John's channel, we're going to be playing some video games. There's a list somewhere. I can't tell you where it is. But there's a list somewhere of, like, the games we'll be playing. I guess you can tune in and find out tonight.